Okay, this is very, very exciting.
Hey, before we get into this video, do two things. Obviously, subscribe to the channel because it's very cool. Number two, if you go to dylantalkstone.com, there's a link in the description, and there's probably one of these gray things right above here. You may not know this if you're new to the channel, but my real job is that I actually make pickups and guitar cables and custom guitars and all kinds of stuff kind of supporting this whole guitar habit. So if you would go to dylantalkstone.com and check it out, it really helps us to support this channel. I really appreciate it. And if you have any questions about anything you see there or don't see there or want to see there, put it in the comments or shoot me an email. All right, let's get back to the video.
I've been waiting for this box for about 8 weeks, and I know that I am a little bit late to the party with this particular device because there's a few YouTubers already that have been making a bunch of videos about them, but that's just the way it goes. In this box is kind of a new approach to how I do the audio side of everything that we do, because we want to get more into podcast production, and not just for podcasting, but for lots of reasons. I'm really excited about what's in this box. The RodeCaster Pro, all the way from Australia. Super stoked. So this is a integrated podcast production console. That's what it says on the box. But what this is going to allow us to do is be able to run 4 audio channels in, be able to do mix minus for phone calls, be able to hook our computer up to it, do a bunch of stuff, and as you can tell, be pretty portable as well. Let's get this thing out of the box. I don't know what this is for, but there's a thing telling you to get the latest firmware update. So it's a hard piece of cardboard. I'm not really sure what that's for, so we'll leave that over there. We've got kind of how-to stuff. Looks like a quick start kind of guide on another hard piece of cardboard. We got more like IKEA style pictures here to kind of get you going. It's packaged well. Got some foam. And finally, the device itself. So we'll just throw that right there for a minute. And then we've got a box and a power cable, and that looks like about it. All right, here's the device itself. Bam. Wow, that is really nice. It is really, really nice. It feels like a quality piece. So we've got 4 XLRs. It's got an integrated 4-channel headphone amp on the back here. It's got left and right out to like studio monitors, micro SD in, the power supply, the power button, 3.5 millimeter in, so you can put like a phone in. It's got a USB-C connector on the back, and then on the front panel, it's got 4 channels for your audio sliders for your microphone inputs. They feel pretty nice. They're not like a $2,000 mixing board or anything, but they feel pretty nice. And then we've got one for USB in, so like from a computer. We've also got from the 3.5 millimeter for the cell phone in the back. And then you can actually Bluetooth a device to this thing as well. And then over here on the side, we've got these 8 pads. See, I thought these were gonna like click or something, but they feel maybe like they're more of a touch. I'm not really sure. We'll just have to see when we plug this thing in. In this box is the power adapter, a Rode branded micro USB Oh, no, that's USB-C. And then I did hear about this in some of the videos on the internet. You could basically use this with like dry erase, and you can actually write what your presets for these pads. Because what these pads do is you can assign like certain drops to each of them. So it's really, really cool. I'm excited. I'm gonna go plug this thing in and get it powered up. We'll put it in this, we'll just set it up in the studio, and we'll check it out. All right, so after spending some time with this thing, I'm gonna just give you a little bit of a tour through it. So what you're hearing right now is this dynamic microphone coming through the RodeCaster, and it's live, so I can't actually show you a bunch of the settings right now. And if you want me to do that, we'll do another video where I'll do another setup, like a straight down from the top and stuff like that. But here's the basic rundown of this thing, and I'm really digging it. Even for video production too, is we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 mic preamps coming in, and then we've got a USB from the computer, and then we've got this, you can do a 3.5 millimeter cell phone here, jack, or you can Bluetooth it. So we can have, we're going to be able to do like guests and Skype calls and all kinds of fun stuff. And then these pads over here are various intros. So if you listen to my wife's podcast, the podcast that my wife and I do, this channel over here gives you pads that you can program to do whatever you want. So this is the intro to my wife and I's podcast. And we can talk over it just like this, like multi-channel, and we can be like, hey man, this is the intro to blah, 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 right? You know? And so there's that. And then of course there's like all kinds of funny sound effects. Let's see what we have here. That's the amount of people that listen to my podcast. Let's see, what else do we have? See, it's lit up, so it's still playing, probably longer than what I needed it. So here we go. Oh, got a rim shot. I think this is applause. So they're kind of cheesy, but they can be they can be like structured for whatever you want. So this thing is really super slick. And then up here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 microphone preamp inputs or outputs. So there's 4 jacks on the back somewhere back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can plug 4 headphone, really nice preamps. There's actually a 3.5 millimeter on the front, which is the one I'm using now. And that is like for you, the main dude who's doing everything. But I think to record a podcast, to use this as like the basis for audio for videos and stuff, it's super compact. Like it's just the microphone's plugged in, headphones are plugged in, and you wouldn't really need headphones. As long as you got everything set up and you knew how it was going to sound, you might even not even need these. So you might see me shooting some videos where we talk into a microphone because it sounds so great. And then just the power cable, and that's it. You could take this anywhere and do a podcast. I just think it's super, super killer. And so we might actually set up another video where we show you some other features. You can adjust for plosives. You can adjust your EQ. You can adjust for the strength of your voice. There's of course a bunch of gain settings in there. There's compression. There's a bunch of other things like that. You can do this one of two ways. You can put it just stereo out, which is what I'm going to do here, and then just put it onto my video in Adobe Premiere. Or the other way you can do it is actually 14 channels out. So I think it's 4 here, and then 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 12 plus a main stereo out. So 14 channels out you can put into like Audition, for instance, and then be able to edit every channel separately afterwards. I just think it's really, really cool. It's not cheap, $599, but I think for what we're going to use it for, and as you see us use this over the next few months, it's super slick. You can mute each channel individually. You can monitor, like solo each channel individually, and actually more than one channel at a time. There's a bunch of different stuff. This thing's very, very cool, and I'm really, really stoked to have it. So now that I've got it, you're going to see a few other videos on this. It also has a monitor out, so you can hook up a set of monitors to it and listen in the studio. Yeah, man, super cool. I'm really digging it. I've been waiting for it for a while. It's been one of these things that I was been on back order, and I was just like, oh man, when is this thing going to come in? And in fact, the two microphones that I ordered to use with this, the Rode Pod mics, are not here yet, and they'll be here probably the end of next week. So that just gives you a quick rundown of the main basic features and what I think I'm going to use this for. Obviously podcasts, portable podcasts, but also some of the video production stuff. I just think it will make multi-track video production really a lot easier. And I actually want to try it for live stuff, for doing like live YouTube stuff, because since we can hook up the computer to it and, you know, and do all of that, I think it'd be really slick. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for hanging out. This is Dylan Talks Tone. If you have any questions about this or anything else, put it in the comments below. And yeah, man, make sure you subscribe and like and all that other stuff. And we will talk to you soon. I tell you what, let's do some outro music. That's pretty cool.